probably aware, Noah Webster was the creator of the very first American dictionary. He was raised right here in Connecticut, and his childhood home in West Hartford to this day offers great events to promote early literacy in children. And to tell us about a special Curious George event happening this coming Saturday, Christine Garber is joining me from Reach Out and Read Connecticut. Thanks so much, Christine, for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
This is such a great event. My kids love the Curious George books.
Yeah, we love Curious George. So Reach Out and Read is so excited to be partnering with the Noah Webster House this upcoming Saturday, September 19th. It's Curiosity Day 2015 in honor of Curious George. So from 1 to 4 on Saturday at the Noah Webster House, we'll be having a free event for families. We'll be having a story time and some hands-on activities related to Curious George. Snacks, Curious George videos on a large screen at the Noah Webster House. Reach Out and Read will be there. We'll be giving out free Curious George books to the first 100 families that attend, and the books were purchased by a grant from the Institute of Museum and Library Services that we received. So we're so grateful for that, and we're so thrilled to be a part of this event with the Noah Webster House.
It really is a great event. Encouraging your kids at a young age, reading to them at a young age, as early as infants, babies, is so important.
It's so important. So that's the whole premise of Reach Out and Read and what we do.
To expose them to reading.
To expose them to reading. So we're an evidence-based national nonprofit organization of medical providers. And we promote early literacy right in the exam room. So during well child visits for children 5 years and younger, we incorporate new books like this book, new books, to children at their well child visit. And we also talk to parents about why it's so important to be reading to them really from birth. And reading aloud is widely recognized as the single most important activity a parent can do to foster a love of reading and develop early literacy skills in their children. The research is clear on it. And so that's what we do. We really try to educate the parents on why this is so important. And we leverage that relationship between the pediatrician and the doctor to help the parent and encourage the parent to read every single day. We also have, at the pediatrician's office, they'll prescribe reading. They'll prescribe reading 15, 20 minutes every single day, just like a prescription. So we have prescription pads that would be given out. And so it's just like a prescription. So it's
follow the doctor's orders.
Exactly,
right? Yeah.
Exactly.
And we were just talking about before in the break about how reading can really be a difficult thing for kids to learn. It can be a struggle. It's not uncommon for kids to struggle with it when they're first starting out in school. Right. And that's something that if you notice as a parent that you should address it. It's not something uncommon. There is help out there.
Absolutely.
There's help available, resources.
Really, you want to address that as early as possible. The research shows that, if 88% of children that struggle with reading in first grade still continue to struggle with reading in fourth grade. And fourth grade is an important year. That's when children transition from learning to read and the instructional piece through third grade. And then once they hit fourth grade, it's expected that they can read proficiently. So in order to learn their history and their science and their language arts, they're expected to be able to already be reading proficiently. And what often happens if they're not, is they start falling further and further and further behind. So if you see something in your child and you're just not sure, you definitely want to bring that up to the teacher or to your pediatrician as soon as possible.
It is the building blocks for the rest of their education. And we were talking, both of our daughters struggled with reading. Again, it's not uncommon, but there are a lot of resources, reading specialists in school that are available.
Absolutely.
If you notice that your child is having a bit of a problem.
Absolutely. And what Reach Out and Read does is we focus on children growing up in low-income communities because it is clear through years of research that they are at the highest risk of reading and school failure.
Well, Christine, once again, the event is happening this Saturday, the Curious George Day. It's at the Webster House from 1 to 4 p.m. Now, do people have to register for this or just show up, right?
To register, it's a free event. Just show up. The first 100 families will be getting a new Curious George book.
Awesome.
And there's plenty to do.
What a great time. Thanks so much, Christine, for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
We'll have all the information on our website if you didn't catch it right there.